All right, in this video, I want to talk to you about Kadena. And you might be thinking, Paul, why are you talking about this dinosaur coin? There's so many other coins around. Why are you going back to old coins? And you have a point, but I'll say one thing. Proof of work plus US-based cryptocurrency, the perfect trend stack right there. So you have a proof of work cryptocurrency that's based in the US, might be exempt from tax pretty soon, and as an American company might be taking advantage of what Trump is doing in the US right now. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what their plans are, what they're working on. I'm going to bring you some inside information straight from the source on that. Plus, we're going to be looking at TA and fundamentals. Sorry, we're going to be looking at TA and price. Of course, I'm not a fundamentals guy. We're going to be looking at TA and price. And before we start, just want to say, listen, this video, number one, is not sponsored, like any of my latest videos. If they're sponsored, I'll tell you they are sponsored, and you'll also see it somewhere up here that it's sponsored. It's not. Number two, this is gonna be a one-take video. It's not gonna be edited. It's like we're talking one-on-one. If you watch my recent videos, I'm sick and tired of retention editing, AI editing, wish effects, this, that, and movie clips, and I just wanna do the video, bring as much value as I can, and yes, while retention editing works or helps with watch time and so on, it takes away all the human aspect of it, and I don't think people get as much value as they will if they can actually concentrate for 5-10 minutes and get the information like this, if that makes sense. And finally, this video, obviously, you have to understand, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. There is a disclaimer in the description down below. Make sure you read that disclaimer. Don't come crying after if you lose your shit. You're like, oh my God, the crypto factor, you got it. No, read the disclaimer in the description down below. It's important. Also, make sure you watch the video till the end for context. Don't think I'm just bullish on Kadena. I might say something towards the end. You might get completely screwed over, not understanding when I will get in, why, and what I'm looking for, so watch this for context. Now, let's have a look at what they are doing, what they're working on, and let's have some inside information straight from the horse's mouth, the Kadena CEO. So we are here with Stuart from Kadena, and last time we talked about Kadena, we actually launched the marketing through Coin Metro, a great exchange. Kevin, if you're hearing this, man, this one's for you.
Hi, Kevin.
But I'm here with Stuart. And listen, Stuart, what have you been doing since Kadena has advanced? What are you working on, and how is everything in Kadena right now?
Yeah, so we launched in 2020, and you're involved in some of that stuff, and that went really well. But you know, we've kept it going since then. After we launched with 10 chains. We expanded to 20 chains. But now the big thing is that we're so you know, we always had Pact. Our application layer was Pact, the smart contract language. The big thing now is chain web EVM. So you know, we have 20 Pact chains. We're now launching in a week. Very soon we're going to kick off testnet with 5 EVM chains. Okay. So, and with like over 50 partners coming in on the ecosystem side. So that's the big development. So now you'll have Pact and EVM both on Chainweb, and it's still the only parallel chain architecture in blockchain, the only proof of work parallel chain architecture in blockchain.
So unpack that for our users, our viewers over here. What does that mean for them? What can they do with Kadena now that they couldn't do before?
Yeah, so especially with EVM technology, right? The problem that everybody's facing with EVM is, how do you scale EVM? How do you get out of this situation where gas prices go up, even on layer 2? Now you have situations with gas prices getting high. So it's the same solution that we have for Pact, which is that we actually, since we have 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000 EVM chains, you know, no matter what the capacity is, we can meet it. It means that there's always more transactional compute available for Ethereum, for EVM transactions. So it's finally a way out. It's base layer, it's layer 1. You know, you don't have to run an app chain. You don't have to make a risky choice about fragmented or complex layer 2. It's fully decentralized. It's a new day for EVM technology.
If I remember correctly, you're still proof of work?
Yes. And in fact, only proof of work can be parallelized the way we do it. You can't do that with with proof of stake, it's validators, it's individual validators. If you break that up across chains, your security goes down. Whereas with proof of work, as we add more chains, it actually gets more secure. So it's very unique to proof of work.
One of the most important things for crypto projects, other than the tech, other than everything that we are doing, is marketing. What are you doing for your marketing? Yes, I see you here at Istanbul Blockchain Week. Yes, I know you do. Are you doing aggressive marketing? Are you doing?
Well, yeah. Well, for one, we never used to go to ETHCC or ETH Denver, so we announced Chainweb EVM at ETH Denver with a dev kit. Now we're going to ETHCC with testnet. So that's one piece. Another piece is we recently launched with Galaxy or Galaxy. So we're really moving into the gamification and all that kind of stuff to more aggressively get people into KDA and things like that. We used to have to be very cautious with Kadena with respect to airdrops and all these kinds of things, and because of the regulatory environment. So that's obviously changed now in the United States. It's much safer to be a United States crypto organization now.
So you are American based?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's also the American narrative, the American narrative right there. That's actually a good looking forward for people.
Yeah, exactly. Like all of a sudden, like for years, it's been like a curse that we had founded in the United States. It's finally turning to our advantage to be native United States project, especially because we're, in addition to what we're doing with the technology, we're also making huge inroads into RWA and institutional use cases, both with EVM and with our pack technology. And that's, being in the United States, being in New York, like it's been really great, because that's where a lot of the passion and energy is right now.
Now, you go all around the world, you do talks. You actually had a talk, I think today as well.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
What's the one question you wish people asked you, but seldom do?
Actually, we get a lot of great questions. I think because we're proof of work, people are instantly interested in that. And that's a change too, by the way. Back when we launched in 2020, 2021, a lot of people were afraid of proof of work. Now, I think because of Bitcoin and just its continued dominance, people are very interested in proof of work, and they're more aware of the trade-offs with proof of stake. They're much more aware of them now. Right now, a lot of the interest, I get a lot of great questions, and it's great to talk to people about it, and especially with Chainweb EVM popping off, the rate at which our ecosystem is growing now is really incredible. So it's really what you see is what you get. I mean, it's all right there on our website or on our Twitter, where you can find out about this stuff, and it's going gangbusters, to be honest.
3 pieces of advice you can give the Crypto Factor audience that they can take away.
Well, one, obviously, I think we all keep an eye on Bitcoin, and that's the right thing to do. We're personally hoping to get more involved in Bitcoin. I think the Bitcoin Layer 2 story is going to get a lot more interesting, especially once we get into a better way to bridge Bitcoin around.
BRC20 or SRC20?
I don't have an opinion about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not deep enough into that. So that's one thing, obviously. And then I think the tokenization stuff is really heating up. And as I think there are interesting new products coming to market in terms of, getting these kind of real world assets into the crypto exchanges. So that's obviously something people should be paying attention to.
Okay.
And then beyond that, I mean, those are kind of the 2 ones, because I think after that, it's just, check out what's happening there's so much happening in the world of layer 1s. So, it's, not just us, Monad, Say, all these other projects that are happening. Take a hard look at them, because they're going to be the people you're going to be making choices about, or, investing in.
I have a continuation question here. Is there a lot of competition right now when it comes to proof of work?
Oh, no. I mean, even though, there's Caspa, there's some other ones that are out there. Nobody's doing it the way we're doing it, in the sense of parallel chain technology, and they don't have the focus on business that we do. So the competitors that I focus more on are like Solana, Avalanche, people like that. The people who are really effective about getting new dApps to market. Like And also Solana broke the Ethereum stranglehold. So like,
Yeah.
they really did a lot for alts with their business execution. So, so they're the ones we pay more attention to be quite honest.
Got you. Okay, and one piece of advice from me, check out Kadena. I think it's worth keeping in your portfolio, and that's just my opinion. Thank you so much, Stuart.
Thank you.
Pleased to meet you as well.
Yeah.
So there you have it, straight from Kadena, straight from the source, what they're working on, what their views are, and I hope you got a lot of alpha. And I just want to talk to you about charts, if it should be part of your crypto portfolio, if it's part of my crypto portfolio. So let's have a look at price. So here we have the Kadena price on the factor line. And look, I'm not gonna lie, this does not look good, okay? This does not look good. We have this straight dump over here. And then we've been ranging at these lows for a while. And every time we break out, it seems we get hit down to the bottom of this range. So as a matter of fact, we actually have a range formed right here. So if we take a couple of lines here, and maybe I'm a bit off, but this right here is a range we're looking at. And yes, the factor line will mark this range for you. I just wanted to be a little bit clear. So on the daily chart, we're working in this range and we're waiting to see if we can come back and trade at the top of this range for a while and see if we can get enough momentum to break out. So that's $2. So we're at 40 cents to $2. That's the range. So if you're a day trader, you can actually trade this. Me personally, I want to see this come up, break the daily, and make it support before I get in, and then get in for a potential maybe $7. And if we look at other charts, we can go probably even higher than that. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, about $9.6. Will it get here this bull run? I don't think so. In all honesty, I don't. But it doesn't have to get there to make massive profits, and it's not impossible. If it does get there and it breaks, it could go to $20. But if it doesn't, based on this chart on the factor line with this price history. But looking at it now, I would say trade it in this range. As a matter of fact, this might actually be a good candidate for range trading. And we'll talk about that in another video, by the way. Let's have a look what's going on in the 4 hour though. And in the 4 hour, we can see a bigger picture. So on the 4 hour, no, that's not gonna be the trading range. On the 4 hour, if you would go by ranges, you would take this range down here. So if you get in on Pinex or something, I'll leave the link in the description down below, and you wanna set a range for it to buy and sell automatically, this is the range you're looking at, and if it breaks out, you wanna go into the upper range over here. Let's go to the hourly real quick to see what's going on. And on the hourly, if it keeps on coming down here, it just gave you a buy signal here and here. So we should get into the range. If we don't, I would get out. So me personally, in all honesty, I would wait for this range to break for me to do anything unless I'm trading this range. So price doesn't look that good for Kadena, but we do have the fundamentals from the team that they talked about. You see what they're working on. And would I have it part of my crypto portfolio? Not right now. Would I add it later on if it breaks these ranges? Yes. Would I actually work this in Pinex? In all honesty, this gave me an idea and I think yes. So for my next video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set an automated trading range on Pinex using AI. I did not plan for this, by the way. I did plan to make a Pinex video because I interviewed them at Istanbul Blockchain Week, just like I interviewed Kadena. But this just gave me an idea. Maybe we can trade the range. So I'm actually gonna open up a position and see and show you how that works. If you wanna watch that video, make sure you watch this video up here at the top. And if that video is not ready, or if you don't wanna watch that video, if you're not interested in Kadena at all, check out Pengu down here. Excellent coin, and that should be part of your crypto portfolio. And I'll tell you why in that video.